Hello everybody, my name is Zach, aka The Weather Gamer, bringing you BRL Nurse Joy Season 8 draft recap for your Chicago Corviknights. Yes, I know, within like the last 2 weeks you saw the BRL season recap. BRL has been over for a very long time, and I had not had a chance to record and all that. So that's why you're seeing these so back to back, so close together. We are returning to BRL again, same division, just because I really want to continue to play in BRL. For those of you that are new to BRL, it's the breedables. God, why do I just draw a blank on their name? It's only mons that can be bred. Breedables Royal League. That's what it is. I always want to say it's Breedables Reject League for some reason. I don't know why. But it's Breedables Royal League. No legendaries. It's only mons that can be bred. Dragapult was allowed. I was the 4th pick. There's no way in hell I was going to get Dragapult, and I didn't. So I went with my round 1 pick last season when I was 4 as well. And took Garchomp for the 2nd straight season. I will learn to master Garchomp. It's a great dragon and ground type 102 base speed stat, which is really nice to outspeed all the base 100s. There's the physical sets with Band, Swords Dance, Scale Shot, giving it basically Dragon Dance, plus 2 Dragon Dance. Don't sleep on Special Chomp with Earth Power, Surf, Fire Blast, Draco Meteor. It does have special coverage and the ability to do that. I had something else and I totally forgot. Oh, Defensive Chomp with Rocky Helmet, Stealth Rocks, if need be, which I did bring once last season. But yeah, Garchomp here with a real pick. I take Cinderace next. Shocking to nobody that I paired Garchomp with Cinderace. I love Cinderace. It has quickly become, like Dragapult, my new Zeraora. It is consistent, banded, scarfed, sub-bulk up sets. Wide Lens is an item I love to use on it to make sure Powerball never misses. It's just such a good mon. It hits so hard and just wrecks teams. It can pivot into Garchomp. I do need to make sure that I can take on the bulky waters that just destroy this combination. That's where I'm really interested to maybe go back and grab Zeraora Cinderace again and see what happens with that, because those two pair so nicely with synergy, except for ground types, which you can deal with a multitude of different ways, but everybody knows I love my Bad Bunny, so... Oops, I have my slides out of order. Ah, shit. Well, spoilers, I drafted Primarina, and this is where the draft got a little funky, because I made some post-draft free agent transactions. I drafted Mega Gardevoir originally, by mistake. I was tired, I was rushing, and I drafted Mega Gardevoir when I meant to draft Primarina, and I actually meant to draft something else, and then draft Primarina the next round. Didn't work out. Primarina ended up falling all the way out of the draft, going undrafted, so I was able to pick it up and swap it for Mega Gardevoir. Primarina is another one of these mons that I'm really trying to get on these on this Dragapult Garchomp core to work out. Primarina hits like a truck, especially. It can be very good special defense mon, Specs, Calm Mind, Life Orb, all sorts of different things that Primarina can do. It's great against other bulky water types because it has the Energy Ball to fire off against them, so I do love Primarina. Umbreon, the mon that is on the screen. This is the second draft, and spoilers, because I don't know if WWC comes out before this or vice versa. This is the second draft I picked up Umbreon in recently because I really want to get better with dark types. I've been using Zoroark a lot lately, and I would like to try a bulky dark type. Plus, I don't have Sylveon, which is a common fairy type that I use a lot. So I'm trying to find a Wish Pass alternative when I don't draft Sylveon. Umbreon is a little too passive at times, but it can be built perfectly to be both physically and specially defensive, or one or the other. Very flexible, very good with utility, and it's one of the best Dragapult answers, so I take one of those off the board for myself. I did spoil this a little bit on accident by fast forwarding, seeing if I had 2 slides backwards, but I draft Superior here. Yes, it did lose Hidden Power. That's the other thing with BRL I forgot to get. All cut moves are allowed except for Hidden Power. So Superior does get some of its coverage back, some of its moves back. It's still hurting by the fact that it doesn't have Hidden Power, especially Hidden Power Fire. But the one thing that I learned from my LDL team, which is where I had Garchomp Cinderace previously, before, is I really struggle to break through opposing bulky water types and ground types if I don't have a good grass type, and Whimsicott does not count as a good grass type. Superior can rip through bulky waters and bulky ground types with Leaf Storm boosts. Contrary, it's anti-Sticky Webber, because if you want to set Sticky Webs on Garchomp and Cinderace, you're going to have to potentially deal with a +1 or +2 Superior if I'm Scarfed. Serp is very good with a Life Orb and Specs. It's good with Defog and Knockoff for support and Glare. There is the potential that I could run Physical with Swords Dance if need be, kind of like the set that threw Dan off one time. But yeah, I get Serp here. And fun story, again, spoilers for WWC, because I don't know if that comes out first or this. This is either number 9 or number 10 for Serp, and WWC is number 9 or number 10 for Serp as well, meaning Superior has now tied for the most amount of times drafted with Zeraora. I did not know that until I was updating my Battle League stats sheet this morning and realized, oh, well, I've drafted Serp 10 times now, more the same number as Zeraora. So go ahead and flame me for the Serp thing. I take Swellow next. This gives me base 125 speed, so something to top out over Cinderace, which is, you know, you can see where I'm trying to build teams that go from Dragapult down to a base 120 or 130, potentially down to Cinderace at 119, down to a 105, down to a 100, down and keep going on the faster side. Now, this was not originally Swellow. This was Empoleon, because I misplayed the Primarina thing, so I was trying to take a Steel type, and I took Primarina, just not thinking about it. Again, tired and on my lunch break, trying not to get timered. I had Empoleon originally, and then I dropped Empoleon and picked up Swellow post-draft. Swellow is a really fast offensive threat with the ability to be both special and physical. Physical with the Guts Flame Orb set, obviously, quick attack priority. Special with the Throat Spray Boom Burst or Specs. It is another Mon that can do very well under Scarf. It does give me another Defogger, even though it probably isn't going to defog a whole lot. It's only my second or third time using Swellow, so I'm really interested to see. Swellow is one of my favorite bird types. When I play through Emerald, I usually grab Tailo early game as my flying type to use, so for Brawly specifically, so Swellow, yep. Bronzong, again, another switch post-draft. I actually made a trade with Kiwi, which, if you don't remember, Kiwi is the coach of the DC Dynamos. Kiwi and I had a friendly rivalry last season with Slowking and Mega Medi, who was going to be kill leader, and then I took a couple forfeit wins at the end and got passed because Slowking couldn't get the kills. But I traded Bronzong, and I traded Vikavolt for Bronzong. I would have preferred to have the Sticky Webs, but I ended up doing something with an electric type later, which I'll talk about here shortly, making Vikavolt redundant, and Bronzong was the best of the steel situation at the time. So I had, and I say at the time because I made more transactions after week 1, which I'll talk about when we get to the week 2 battle, but Bronzong here, Stealth Rocks, Levitate, Heat Proof is also nice. and just gives me a really bulky, reliable stealth rocker, because I was basically Garchomp stealth rocking before that. We get Hitmonchan, so Hitmonchan, Garchomp, and Cinderace are all returning from last season's squad. Hitmonchan can be sneakily good. It's very good under Choice Band. It can be sneakily good with a Choice Scarf. The fact that it gets Anti-Intimidate with Inner Focus, no, Anti-Flinch with Inner Focus is really, really nice. Because it can take on Mega Lopunny and not get faked out, and then kill Mega Lopunny. Obviously, priority in Bullet Punch and Mach Punch. The biggest thing is it doesn't have a good dark move besides Throat Chop to hit dark or ghost types, and it does not have a good way of hitting fairy types besides Bullet Punch. I really, really hope that either in Gen 9 or in BDSP that they give Hitmonchan a move tutor for a dark type, or they give it a move tutor for a steel type attack. That's really what it's missing right now. Honestly, I would really, really like to see Hitmonchan get knockoff too. I think that would be great if Hitmonchan... It should have knockoff being the punching Pokemon. It should have knockoff, because that's the other thing. I have a dark type but no knockoff, which is really problematic. I have no knockoff on this team, now that I think about it. Avalog here. We get the table. Another hazard remover with Rapid Spin. So hazards shouldn't be a problem anymore. Very, very physically defensive Mon, which allows Umbreon to play more on the special defense side, and even allow Bronzong to play more on the specially defensive side. This thing has no special defense though, but Sturdy is a really nice ability. Iron Defense, Bulk Up, or Body Press, really, really good on Avalog. Just a nice physical defensive Mon, an Ice type, and another Rapid Spin option. Take Dusknoir to give me a Dark type, or Ghost type here. I do prefer Dusknoir Clops just because Noir hits a little harder. Base 130 in its attack stat, if I remember correctly. Very good Trick Room abuser. So I do have the capability of going under Trick Room now. If need be, I'd have Bronzong, Avalog, Dusknoir. All that function decently well under Trick Room. Primarina is not bad, it's just not the slowest thing under Trick Room. Dusknoir is really nice as a Will-O-Wisper. Sub-Focus Punch, obviously. It got Poltergeist, which makes it super annoying as well, giving it such a high base Ghost-type attack off of its high attack stat, and really not bad SPDEF and defense stats either. So, again, giving me a little more bulk, allowing Primarina to shift into a more offensive role. And last but not least, we take Rotom Fan. This thing beat me down last season, so I grabbed it as an electric type because it was the best of what I could afford for electric types, with Rotom Freeze being off the board. And I already had Avalog. Another defogger for hazard removal. Rotom Fan can be really annoying like the rest of the Rotoms with the Will-O-Wisp set, the Hex Will-O-Wisp. It can be a good Scarfer. Air Slash is pretty reliable to hit. It just has a pointless ability in Levitate. But that's going to be the team. Let me know what you guys think of the team, guys. If you think I can make playoffs for the 4th straight season. BRL is the only league right now where I've never missed playoffs. Hopefully that streak continues. And I'll see you guys next time.